desire to wrestle, and it made me such a stinky warrior.
The police, because we got the streets, suckers! Can you dig it?
Hey everybody out there in Webland, it's me again, Luche Cabra, here to tell you today why banks suck and why we need to get rid of them. What? Banks have been around forever. Hold on. First thing, from the Federal Reserve, which is a scam, all the way to the IRS, which we pay our taxes to, which is the International Monetary Fund, which is just another bank, that's another scam. But let me explain. It first starts with interest. Okay, that's one of the things I wanted to talk about first. Because the only way banks can make money is if they loan money at interest. That's the only way they can really make money. And boy, they do, don't they? So check this out. I remember Oprah a long time ago saying, yeah, I pay cash for when I go out to eat. I pay cash for when I'm at the store buying a purse because I don't want to be paying interest on that 3 months from now. Well, unfortunately, we've become such a debtor society. I knew exactly what she was talking about. Whereas, you know, you buy a steak dinner and 3 months from now you're paying the minimum and you're still paying for the steak dinner. Doesn't make any sense. To the banks, they're like, yeah, that makes sense to us. Who would come up with this stuff that money gets created out of thin air? So you pay the minimum on the credit card, right? Okay, there's still interest on that. So what happens? That's even more money that got created out of thin air. I want to tell you about mortgages and how banks make a lot of money with bigger loans. Let's say you bought a house, $120,000 for your house. Cool. Bank gives you the money to buy the house. Now you got to pay the bank back. It's a 30-year mortgage. 30 years you're going to pay it back. Do you realize that, let's say your mortgage is $1,200 a month. Okay, and I'm not talking about the special insurance you got to have, so the bank's going to get their money when the bubble pops. They don't care about that. Or property taxes, or all that. It's just the mortgage part. Okay, $1,200 a month. You're going to pay $1,200 a month for 30 years. Let's let that sink in. Now the bank is counting on you to encounter some financial hardship. You're going to lose your husband. Something's going to happen. They know this. They know this. And what they're going to do is they're going to foreclose on your house once you can't pay them their money anymore. Take it away from you. Turn around and say, hey guys, we got this nice house here, and they're going to do it to somebody else. And they're going to do it over and over again over a house that you probably already paid for. Now, that seems a little bit confusing, but check this out. $1,200 a month, $120,000 for your house. Now, 30 years. At the end of 30 years, you will have paid $360,000 to the bank that you borrowed the $120,000 from. Okay? I'll ask this 2 more times after I ask this question. Who makes out on that deal? Who really made out on that deal? So, $360,000 on a house that you originally paid $120,000. So you could have bought 2 more houses. You would have had 3 more houses, but all that money went to the bank. Well, there's principal, and that's what I'm talking about. That's a ripoff. Think about it. Do you realize that if you're paying $1,200 a month on your mortgage, you would have paid the bank back in 8 years? 8 years, roughly. Okay, that sounds a little bit fair. Now, do you think an additional, money to get up to the $360,000, do you think that's okay? I don't think that's okay. Interest is bullshit because debt itself is a bank creation.
The problem in the past has been the man turning us against one another. We have been unable to see the truth because we have been fighting for 10 square feet of ground. Our turf. Our little piece of turf. That's crap, brothers. The turf is ours by right because it's our turn.
So remember, if you're renting, keep renting. But start asking your bank this: why am I paying all this money for a house that I've already paid for? Let's say 13 years into it, 14 years into your mortgage thing, on that 30-year romp, that trek that you're going on. Well, let's say you can't pay for your house anymore. Something happens. Your husband lost your job. You lost your job. You're not sure what to do. You've already paid for the house. You have already paid for that house you're living in. Think about that.